Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be reviewing a soldering iron that I bought from a $2 shop for ironically $25, which doesn't make much sense considering it was a $2 shop and it cost $25, but that's fine. It's a 60 watt soldering iron, so it's 2 times better than one that I had before that was just pretty terrible basically. Wouldn't even melt some types of solder. Comes with a little thing that you can screw into a desk, a workbench or whatever, so that you can place it down and it won't burn things. I've already got one, so I'm not going to use the one in the packet. A few things to note about this $25 soldering iron. Firstly, it didn't cost too much. Obviously $25 isn't too much, but there's definitely at least 1 or 2 grammar and spelling errors on the printing on the back, which was a little bit dicey when I was reading it. I see it here, it says heating element life will be shorted, not shortened, they wrote shorted, if soldering iron tip is pulled outward and, that's not even a word, is used. So I guess they were typing and the S is pretty close to the D, and for some reason they hit the S instead of the D and then failed to proofread it before publishing it onto the back of this product. So that makes me a little bit skeptical as to whether or not it works. Made in China. Yeah, I imagine the price that I paid for it was probably at least 50% more, if not double, what it cost the shop owner to buy it originally. I probably could have got this way cheaper online, but I got it from a store in town, so it's fine. And I think there was a few other spelling and punctuation grammar errors in here, but it's not too big of a thing. It is a little concerning though that they haven't even spelled it right. Also, another concerning thing, this packet has already been breached. I didn't even notice this until I got it home, but there is a hole in the packet and I haven't even opened it yet. So hopefully this thing works. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the top off. Don't really care about damaging the packaging. I'm not going to be reusing this packaging anytime soon. We can slide this thing out here and hopefully this thing comes apart. I think I might have to cut it from multiple angles. Go ahead and cut along the side that's already got a hole in it. Be careful not to cut the cord. It comes with a second soldering tip in the shape of a screwdriver, so that could be useful. We've also got the default one that's on here already screwed in, which is just the regular pointed tip. 60 watts is decent. I think 80 watts was the best one that I've had before. It should be fine. It's got a pretty nice handle. It's got a very nice little rubbery grip here. I'm not sure what it's exactly made of, but it's quite nice. Not bad colouring. Luckily the plug end is the right end for my country, which is good. Sometimes you buy a soldering iron and the plug is just like some crazy weird looking thing from Estonia or wherever. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and untie this and then go ahead and plug it in the wall socket over there, and I'll be back when it has heated up. Alright, so I've gone ahead and plugged it in and it was pretty quick to heat up. It heated up pretty fast. One weird thing is the tip changed colour. I don't know if you can see that. It was like a silvery colour and now it's gone like a distorted sort of yellowy brown. So I don't know if that's normal or not, but that's what happened. I'm just going to go ahead and see how well it works. As you can see, it melts the solder very good. I think this is a pretty low temperature solder, but extremely fast. Like I can really get this thing in and just push tons of solder in super fast and it just practically instantly melts. So yeah, pretty good. I'm seeing just after I'm melting the solder on there that the tip has gone from a nice clean silver to, when it heated up, it was like a browny yellow, and now it's gone like that weird distorted purpley colour that you get when you're like welding metal and it gets too hot. But yes, very hot. I'm not sure exactly how hot. You can feel the heat from decently far away. Yeah, works pretty good. Overall, I would say this is a very good buy. Not bad for $25 from a $2 shop. Maybe over double the or over 10 times the price that you would expect to pay for an item at a $2 shop, but it's a soldering iron, what can you expect? Works pretty good, made in China. Yeah, not bad, 60 watts. Will definitely get the job done. Way better than another soldering iron that I have over here. I bought this particular blue one over here because I thought, oh cool, it's got a little switch here. There's like a light button and then there's a you know, an off switch, which most soldering irons don't have an off switch, and I thought, oh, that's cool. But then I read the later I read the wattage, and it's only like 25 watts, and it doesn't heat up very well. It's terrible at heating up. It takes ages to heat up, and when it does heat up, it's not very hot, and it's super slow at melting stuff. Same with another little orange one that I've got over here. This one is also 25 watts, and it does, you know, it sort of does the job for very little jobs with super low temperature solder, but you wouldn't, you know, some solders wouldn't melt with this sort of soldering iron. I remember I was desoldering a few circuit boards and they used like a different type of solder that needed to be hotter, and I just couldn't, I was, you know, holding it against there for like 30 seconds and nothing was happening. Yeah, and I did have another one, but I threw that one away because the handles that are broke down. I'm just hoping that this cheap one doesn't break down at the handle. Hopefully it won't, because it's got this cool little band thing that's keeping it all together. The other one didn't, and it was just two plastic pieces that were roughly glued together, and then they came apart and there was like exposed wires and everything. It was an absolute nightmare. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.